there is a massive controversy going on in the solid-state battery world. For a long time now, there's been a saying there's going to be a breakthrough soon. In 2 to 3 years, there's going to be a breakthrough. We've almost achieved solid-state battery technology. I remember this for a long time. We were talking about this. Now, it has happened. Samsung has had this solid-state battery breakthrough. They need 1 kilo of silver per car, but it is proven technology. There's no controversy about that. It works. The controversy is that it needs 1 kilo of silver. Now people are saying they can achieve these same results that the silver solid-state battery can have without using the silver. And that is a controversy. This guy on the screen here is from Donut Labs. They say they've achieved this technology without using the geopolitically sensitive material. Talking about silver and copper. He says he can achieve the same results that Samsung can achieve using lots of silver and copper without using so much silver and copper. And the big manufacturers have called him out as being a liar, a scam artist. He cannot achieve these same results. And they've released a series of videos now. Do not believe, because they're called Donut Labs, which is a stupid name. And they say they can achieve these results. And a lot of my critics have called me out saying, no, you don't need so much silver. They said these big manufacturers like Donut Labs, they can achieve the same technology without using so much silver. I am saying he is lying. This guy on the screen here is lying. It is not true. He's put these lies out to get investors, and he's got some big investors invested in Donut Labs based on these lies. I'm saying they cannot achieve the solid-state battery technology without using 1 kilo of silver per car. For a medium-sized car, maybe a small car or a motorcycle, they can do it with less than 1 kilo, like maybe half a kilo, something like that. The big trucks, the big vans, like 1.5 kilo. The big trucks, the semis, they need about 2 kilo per application of silver. They cannot achieve these results. But the results of solid-state battery are absolutely mind-blowing. We're talking about 100,000 charge-recharge cycles. So it'll last your lifetime, your children's lifetime, and your grandchildren's lifetime. They can still be using that same battery. You can charge it in a few minutes, very fast charge, and each car will do like thousands of miles on one charge. Why this is so incredible, there's lots of places where you can go and charge your vehicle, and it will last for months, sort of thing. And the battery itself, the lifespan will outlast the vehicle. The rest of the vehicle will be worn out, and you can take the battery out and use it in the next vehicle. Now, this will be very, very expensive because the price of silver and copper are going up a long way. You'll have the option, when you come to buy a new car, you can buy the old style lithium-ion batteries or sodium battery or something like that. Very cheap. It won't have the lifespan, but it'll be cheap to buy. It won't have a very good range, and it won't have very fast charging time. Or you can pay a lot for the solid-state battery, which would be a very good investment. The solid-state battery with 1 kilo of silver in it and a lot of copper will outlast the vehicle, and even your great-grandchildren can still be using that battery. That's the kind of lifespan it's got. This is why silver and copper are so important. But this guy on the screen is lying to get investors involved. A lot of people are talking about this big controversy now. Is there a chance he's telling the truth? Is there a chance that he can achieve these results? I don't think so. I like the Electric Viking channel. He's talked a lot about this. Is it true that he can achieve these same results without using so much silver and copper? No, I do not believe these are true. I think he can achieve these results. The results he's talking about, which are absolutely mind-blowing. 100,000 times you can recharge the battery. It can do hundreds of thousands of miles. Sorry. It can do thousands of miles on one charge. One vehicle, like my electric car, can do 200 miles on a charge, something like that, and it's getting less as the battery degrades. This vehicle will do thousands of miles on one charge, and there's no degradation. Like 7 years later, it will still do that same range. It's not going to degrade like the lithium-ion, the old type of technology. But I do not feel they can achieve these results with such a fast charge time without using silver and copper. But the technology is proven. It's not a doubt that anybody can achieve this. You can achieve these results if you use 1 kilo of silver and a lot of copper. You can see all the copper used here. This is the Donut Labs motor, which is incredible. It's a very good technology, and I'm sure that's believable. I believe the Donut Labs motor technology, but I don't think it's particularly efficient, and I think there's a lot to go wrong with that. Why would you go for something so complex when you've got tried and tested, proven, reliable motors? But it's a very cool bike here. I do not believe their claims about solid state batteries without using lots of silver and copper, but I would believe them. All those things could be true if you use lots of silver and copper. But a lot of my critics have called me out. They said, no, Dave Silver, he believes silver and copper, the price is going to go up because of all the use for them in the new technologies like solid state batteries, new EV technology, solar panels, wind turbines, nuclear control rods, hydroelectric, and then there's the AI data centers and the electricity grid needed for that. So many solar panels needed for that. And robotics. You see these Chinese robots doing all this jumping and spinning and martial arts. You could have whole armies of robots better than humans. Watch what this critic said about me.
Gosh, Dave seems to be on one. I noticed that he's published another video in which his theory is that the price of silver is going to go up because of solid-state batteries, the next generation of automotive battery technology. I did actually look up what the leading manufacturers are actually proposing to make their new batteries from. And it turns out he's just completely wrong, because I don't think there's any major next generation battery manufacturer that is actually planning to use more effective materials, or more expensive materials. The whole idea is to get more effective from cheaper materials so that profit margins are higher, and that the whole point of this new technology is, instead of having to use expensive...
This guy is 100% wrong.
Made from materials that are found everywhere, not rare materials, and not geopolitically constrained materials, which in today's world is more important than ever before. Now,
so Donut Labs claims they can achieve the same results as the silver solid-state battery without using the silver and the copper that I say are needed. And my critics, the Mind of Steel, they say, oh, Dave's off on one. He thinks silver's going to be used a lot in these new solid-state batteries. And this guy, Mind of Steel, his name's Reynard Wilson, he says, Dave is wrong. They can achieve the same results. And he says, I've done the research. He's an expert now. And he says they can achieve the same results as the Samsung solid-state batteries without using that much silver. In fact, these manufacturers are trying to use less of these metals, copper and silver, in their production of these solid-state batteries. I am calling them wrong. I am calling Donut Labs wrong. And the Mind of Steel group are 100% wrong if they think that. You cannot achieve these same results as the proven Samsung technology. That is not a controversy at all. The Samsung technology that's been used by Toyota, Honda, Suzuki, Mitsubishi, Mazda, all the Japanese manufacturers are using this technology. And I suspect Tesla, BYD and the others will be using it soon. They're going to try and do thrifting. They're going to try and use less silver and less copper because these are running out. But they are still cheap. Silver is still incredibly cheap. Copper is incredibly cheap. Why not just trash it away? The data centers are trashing away so much silver and copper. Aerospace is trashing away so much silver and copper in the big gigafactories making all this technology. And they just rip out the old stuff, chuck it on landfill, replace it with new stuff because silver and copper are so cheap. Trash it away. Military are using so much silver and copper. EVs, solar panels, hydroelectric, wind turbines are using so much silver and copper. And all the infrastructure. There's a big transition away from fossil fuels. They're trying to get all these countries use less coal. Don't burn so much coal. Don't burn oil. Don't burn natural gas. Get away from that and go to natural, go to sustainable, go to clean, green energy. Well, where's the silver and the copper going to come from? Silver and copper are running out. Available supplies are running out. The mines are scraping the bottom. Now, there's still plenty of silver and copper left in the Earth's crust. There's loads left. But all the easy to get to silver and copper has been got to. It's all been got to. What is left now is the really expensive, difficult stuff to get to. The whole point I'm making is the Mind of Steel group is wrong if they believe you can achieve this solid-state battery without using so much silver and copper. You cannot. There's no replacement for it. The price of silver and copper is going to go up a long way. When the manipulation ends and the criminal manipulators, the bankers, They were all talked about in the Epstein files. JP Morgan was the main banker running the paedophile ring. That's all in the Epstein files. It's all there. They are the evil, cunning men. They are the rulers of the world at the moment. They're paedophiles, pedovores. That's all in the Epstein files. It's all shown there. It's not a conspiracy theory anymore. It's now a conspiracy fact. And their game is ending. And their power comes from manipulating silver and copper, manipulating all markets. All markets are rigged. They are all 100% rigged. Every trade is rigged. It's a rigged game. The manipulation is ending. Silver got up to $120-something per ounce. And then the manipulators pushed that spring down a bit more. They pushed it right down to 70. Now it's back up to 80. Soon they're going to let go of the spring. The spring is going to bounce up to 200. There's going to be dips along the way. I've constantly said this, buy the dips. 4 or 5 steps up, 2 or 3 steps down. 4 or 5 steps up, 2 or 3 steps down. I said it when silver was 30. It went up to 40, 45, and then back down to 35. It goes up to like 50, 55, back down to 50. Then it goes up to 60, 70, back down to 60. Then it goes up to 100, back down to 70. It goes up to 120, back down to 80. We're at 80 at the moment. There will be a time, mark my words, silver will go up to 200, 210, then it'll come back down to 120. Then it'll go up to 250, 280, back down to 200 or 130. It's like 4 or 5 steps up, 2 or 3 steps down. So buy the dips. Mark my words, silver and copper are needed so much in all these technologies. Military are using so much silver and copper. We don't know the figures, but we do know that the official figures are lies. The amount of silver and copper needed. Jeffrey Christian of the CPM group says that only 50 million ounces of silver is used in military. That is a lie. I say it's a lie by a factor of 10. He claims only 50 million ounces of silver are used yearly in all the military around the world. I'd say that is a lie by 10. I think it's 500 million. 500 million ounces of silver are used up. If you've seen these videos of the Chinese robots, a lot of people say that's fake. It's AI generated. It is not. It's AI made. AI made the robots. You've got robots making robots. AI designing and making, and robots are making these robots. But it is not an AI generated video. The video is real. These robots can jump and spin with more dexterity than humans. They can do martial arts. Now, if they can do martial arts like that and spin and kick and punch and spin spears around, things like that, imagine what they can do with latest technology. They don't need humans anymore. The human soldier on the battlefield is going down, and you're going to see far more robots. This is technology of the future, isn't it? This really is sci-fi, and it's going to use up so much silver and copper. And my critics who said, no, they can achieve this technology without using so much silver and copper, they are 100% wrong. This Mind of Steel group, if they still claim you can achieve all this technology without using so much silver and copper, then I am calling them out as lying. They are 100% wrong about that. 2030 is coming, and the technology of 2030, aerospace, robotics, data centers, solar, wind, hydroelectric, nuclear control rods. I know there's new technology with thorium, but all of that needs a lot of silver and copper in the infrastructure. Silver and copper are so needed. It's up to you what you believe, but do not listen to the Mind of Steel group. I think silver and copper are going to be used a hell of a lot. Do not listen to this fat guy on the screen. He is lying. They can achieve the same technology without silver and copper. No. Silver and copper use is going up. The price is going to explode. Buy silver and copper now.